Welcome to Brett Ridgway's Learning for Life Jam 2020, and in March we are learning a tune called Mississippi Sawyer. And it's not a hard tune, just as we did in Fly Around My Pretty Little Miss. We are in G tuning, capoed at the 7th fret, and we are now in D tuning. If you were to play this in G, you would do exactly what we're doing here, but down by the nut. So I've got going to show you my so cool kind of a gator capo here. It's really a guitar capo, but it works great for banjo and covers all the strings very, very well. So when you put your capo on, make sure that you do retune, and not retune, just fine tune. And remember, we did not tune up this 5th string, but it'll still work. It's just an octave lower. So let's go through the basic melody. You're going to pick the 1st string, then you're going to do a forward roll 5-2-1. You're going to do that 3 times. And end on the 5th string. Put your middle finger on the 1st string, 2nd fret, and then open. That's your first phrase. One of the things I want you to notice is I'm emphasizing that 1st string. So I'm using my middle finger and I'm picking that harder. Now, people get so, uptight, so worried about playing exactly what's written, and I just want to show you the freedom you have here. I had you play 5-2-1. Let's play 5-3-1. Let's alternate it. 5-2-1, 5-3-1, 5-2-1. You can do anything you want there. Right. Then you're going to put your pointer finger on the 2nd string, 1st fret. And we're going to do about that same pattern, but emphasis is going to be on the 2nd string because that's your melody. So 2nd, 5-2-1, 5-2-1, 5-2-1, 5. 1st string, and then 2nd string. You don't have to lift this finger up at all. You can alternate between the 3rd string, you can even use the 1st string. So here's your 1st phrase. Second phrase. Third phrase, you're playing the 2nd string open, same idea. Alternated that roll as well. Again. And then you got a couple choices for endings. Make a D7. So make your D7, play the 3rd string, 2nd string, and I'm just giving you the basic melody. Lift it off, 2nd string, put it back down, 3rd string, 3rd string open. But you could drone on the 1st string. Sorry. also just do this. Third string, fifth string, first string or second. So here's all of part A. Repeat. So there you have part A. Make sure you have that memorized. When I started taking Bluegrass Banjo, I was probably 16. I was one of those kids that quit everything. So when I asked my parents for a banjo and for lessons, they very wisely said, get a job. And seriously, I am serious about that. Because I was one of those kids, I would do something, then I'd quit. And they didn't want to invest in a banjo, and they didn't want to invest in lessons, only to have me quit. And I went out and I got a job. I went to Service Merchandise, if you remember those. I bought a banjo. I think it was $75. Just a cheap old banjo. At the time, 75 was, of course, more money, but I also paid for all my own lessons. No one ever paid for my lessons. I drove myself to my lessons. And I stuck with it because I invested in it. And when you invest in something, you tend to practice better. You tend to, like I said, my parents never had to tell me to practice. In fact, if anything, they might have said practice somewhere else. But seriously, I did it because I invested in myself. And in the church I used to go to when I lived in Ohio, I offered free hammer dulcimer lessons to anybody who wanted to do that as a group. And I think we started off with 6-7 people. And even though they bought their instruments, they didn't pay for anything for lessons. And within a matter of months, only one of them stuck with it. And again, and that one person was worth it because they actually did something with it. But the rest of them dropped out because they had no investment. And one way that you can invest in your learning process is to invest and help support this program. And when you help support this program and you actually have investment into this program, it really does help you to practice more. It helps you to be more faithful when you're practicing. And it helps you to realize that these lessons really aren't free. They're free to anybody who wants them, but there are those giving back. And that's the only reason that I even have these lessons available, is because there are those who have invested in their own learning by helping support this program. So thank you, patrons, and to anyone who might consider becoming a patron. So let's get started on part 2. Now, there's a few things you could do. You could hit the first string and do a hammer-on onto the second string at the second fret. But you're not picking that third string. All you're doing there is second string, doing the hammer-on the third string, second fret, then third string open, second, third, second open, same thing. You could drone there. Do a hammer-on the third string, second fret. Do a hammer-on the second string, first fret. Now instead of doing that hammer-on, could just go. That's your first phrase. Or that's all open. Here's your second phrase. You could put your pointer finger on the 3rd string, 2nd fret, and your ring finger on the 4th string, 4th fret. So you're playing 3rd, 4th, 3rd, 4th, and drone there. Let's do that again. And if you want to just make a D7, and again, you have all these different things you could do. Your 3rd phrase is the same as the first. So for the beginning, here's part B. So here's your last phrase. You've got several choices. So 2, 1, 3, 1. Make a D7. 3, 1. So reach down, catch that 4th string, 4th fret, 3rd string. You could do, or you could do that original one. So let's play through part B. So let's play all the way through from the very beginning, A and then B, and then I'm going to give you a slow practice track that you can work on. I'll play it through the first time, and then you can play it through the second 2 times. So from the very beginning. You see I mix it up even a little bit right there. So let's get the practice track going. We'll play through it first time, and then I'll let you have the second 2 on your own. You're going to have an 8-beat count in. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So have fun with that. Work on it. Memorize it. Take your time. Learn slow. Learn well. We'll see you on your next lesson when we explore the chords of Mississippi Sawyer. Have fun. God bless. See you soon.